What is up, guys? Welcome back to Jersey Nick Moto. I got a little Harley Davidson news for you today. A little while back I made a video about an article I read in the New York Post about Harley Davidson possibly going back to their roots, closing some dealerships and trimming the fat on their lineup. They were talking about discontinuing a bunch of bikes. Well, it seems like lately a lot of stuff has been popping up on the internet about what models they may discontinue. I watched a video by Different Spokes TV, and it seems like him and a few others did their due diligence in investigating what models may be discontinued. Now, I'm going to link his video in the description so you could go back and watch that, and he explains where this speculation comes from. Again, this isn't fact yet. I believe we won't know what actually is being discontinued till sometime in January. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the list of bikes and give my 2 cents. First off, no surprise to anybody, it seems like the touring line will stay intact. That's been Harley's bread and butter for the last couple of years, so it's not a big surprise they're going to keep all those models going. However, there is some evidence that the Electroglide might not be around past 2022. It seems that the Street 750 and the Street Rod will be no more. Now, I know Harley uses those bikes a lot in their classes to teach people how to ride. Honestly, I haven't seen many of them on the road around here. I didn't even know they had a Street Rod. Now, it's unclear whether they're going to keep the Street 500. I mean, it seems like the Street line, even though it didn't appeal to many people, it was a good entry-level bike for somebody that wanted a Harley and maybe wanted something a little lighter and more maneuverable than a Sportster, or maybe couldn't afford a Sportster. So I would hope they would keep at least the Street 500 for that option, and I'm sure they'll keep them to use in their classes teaching people how to ride. But it looks like the Street 750 and the Street Rod will be gone in 2021. Another model that looks like it'll be gone is the FXDR. Now, I'm really not too surprised about this one. I know there's some people out there that liked it. I kind of really didn't know what Harley was trying to do with this. I think it was just kind of odd looking. It had that weird rear fender. It looked like the ergonomics with the forward controls and the low handlebars were just terrible. I'm not too surprised that that's not going to see the light of day anymore. It's a model I won't miss, even though I'm sure there are a few people out there that like it. So it looks like the FXDR is not coming back. And in my opinion, I think that might be a good choice. Again, that's another bike I really haven't seen on the road around here. I don't think they sold many of them. So I believe that may be going in the right direction. Another model that looks like it's going away is the Softail Breakout. Now, I know there are a lot of fans of the Breakout. To me, the thing I didn't like about the Breakout was that fat back tire was a little too fat. To me, it kind of reminded me of that whole chopper fad that went on during the Orange County chopper phase back in the late 90s, early 2000s. So it wasn't a bike that I particularly liked, but I'm sure there are a lot of Breakout fans out there that'll be disappointed, and it looks like that's one that will not be back next year. Now, the next one I was a little bit surprised about, the Softail Street Bob. Now, that seems to be a pretty popular bike. I remember when the Street Bob was in the Dyno line, that was very popular. So it's kind of a surprise to see that they're doing away with that. However, it seems that the Softail Street Bob is pretty much the same bike as the Softail Standard. The only thing that the Street Bob is blacked out and the Standard has chrome. So it seems like maybe what Harley is banking on is that if anybody wanted the Street Bob, they'll just buy a Softail Standard and spend the money to black it out, since it's pretty much the same bike. I was a big fan of the Street Bob when they were Dynas. When they made him a Softail, I wasn't too crazy about that tank they put on him. To me, it just made it look like a metric bike. Again, that's just my opinion. But I am surprised to see the Street Bob go. Another model that's rumored to be going away is the Deluxe. Now, I kind of get it. It's kind of the same as a Heritage Softail. So if you wanted a bike like the Deluxe, I guess you got to spend a little more money for a Heritage Softail now and take the bags and the windshield off, and I guess you'll kind of have the best of both worlds. The Deluxe was a nice classic looking bike. Again, I liked it back when it was the twin cam. What I didn't like about it when they put the Milwaukee 8 into it is I believe that's when they put those weird looking kind of rectangular turn signals on it. I think that was kind of a little too modern to put on a classic bike like that. Again, just my opinion. But it looks like the Deluxe will be gone, and you're going to have to go for the Heritage Softail if you want that look in a new Harley. And just as a side note, if I had to go out and buy a brand new Harley today, it probably would be the Heritage Softail. The next bike that will supposedly be discontinued, which I think they're making a big mistake on, is the Lowrider. Now, in the video he mentions the Lowrider. I don't know if that means the Lowrider S is going as well. But I think the Lowrider is a nice, classic Harley. It's reasonably priced. It's on the cheaper end of the Softail line. It has that nice classic Harley look. It reminds me of the Harleys that were around when I was growing up. So in my opinion, I think they're making a mistake by getting rid of the Lowrider. If you wanted a basic, classic looking Harley that was bigger and more powerful than a Sportster, I think the Lowrider was your bike. And I'm going to be sad to see that go. Again, I don't know if that includes the Lowrider S. I would imagine it would, but it wasn't too specific. We'll have to wait and see. But I think Harley's making a mistake by getting rid of that Lowrider. Now, it looks like they're keeping the Sportster line, but getting rid of the Sportster Roadster. Now, I never rode a Roadster, but I understand that they were a cool little bike. I'm guessing the sales just weren't there. However, what I was surprised to see is that it seems like they might be getting rid of the whole Sportster line in 2022. Either that or redesigning it with the new Revolution engine rather than the Evo that's in it now. Now, I think that's a big mistake. If you guys watch my channel, you know I'm a big Sportster fan. I have one in my garage. I think that is one of the most classic bikes Harley makes. It's been around since the 50s. It has the Evo engine in it, which no, it's not the most smoothest engine, it's not the most powerful, it's not the fastest bike. However, the Evo engine is one of the most reliable ones Harley has put out. It's just a classic bike. It's a stripped down look. It's a great canvas if you want to modify it, customize it, make it your own. It's also a great entry-level bike. You know, some people wanted a Harley their whole lives, and the only thing they could afford is a Sportster. I think it would be a big mistake if they got rid of the Sportster line or revamped it so much that it's a totally different bike from what we have seen over the years. So I'm glad I have a Sportster in my garage. I'll never get rid of it, and I hope Harley changes their mind on that. And again, this isn't fact yet. This is speculation, but there are a lot of people out there that did a lot of research, and it looks like this may be true. I think it's a big mistake if they get rid of the Sportster or just redesign it too much where it's unrecognizable. However, it will be around next year. It just seems like it might be disappearing after that. And the last bike that it seems it will be around next year but might be on the chopping block for 2022 is the Livewire. Now, I've never ridden a Livewire, but anyone I know that has says it's very fast. It's an awesome, fun bike. So it's kind of sad that if that does go away, that didn't work out for them. But we shall see how that pans out. And in other news, it seems like Harley is going into the adventure bike category with the release of the Pan America this year. It should be interesting to see how that works out. I mean, hey, adventure bikes are cool. They're hot right now. Are people that have been riding adventure bikes for years and are loyal to their brands, are they going to switch over and buy a Harley? I don't know. We'll see. But I think it's good that they're kind of, you know, I'm kind of a mixed bag. I'd like to see them stay true to their roots and make the classic Harleys that I grew up with, you know, keep things on that style. But I believe they do have to reach out to other markets a little bit and I guess test the waters just to try and stay current. Alright guys, so that's your little bit of Harley Davidson news for today. Leave a comment down below. Do you think, if this is in fact the bikes that they are going to discontinue, what do you think? Do you think they're the right ones? Do you think they're the wrong ones? Do you think they're going in the right direction? Leave your 2 cents. Let me know what you may have discontinued. Or let me know what you would like them to make in the future. And also, if you're just coming upon my channel, and you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. It helps the channel out a lot. I have a lot of motorcycle related content, and there'll be more to come throughout the winter. So I would appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. I appreciate every one of you guys. I'd like to wish you all a Happy New Year. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Thank you for watching Jersey Nick Moto. I'll see you all in the next video. Keep your head on a swivel out there. Later.